we've got a barn burner in store for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season. A measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. The Tigers have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The LSU Tigers offense will get first crack at it today. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know,
fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt.
Intercepted in the first drive, in for the pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting a big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Quick completion on the out. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls.
There he goes. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Tigers trying to cash it in on first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job. Kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. And the sack all the way back at the 5. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Randall. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw...
He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Clemson.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll snap it on first down from the 35. That's reeled in. It's Green. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Makes the catch. It's Durham.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the air on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this offense has to stay out of these third and long situations, man. They get in these predictable situations. That's why they punted last time. Like, got to stay a little bit more balanced, got to protect their quarterback so they don't know they're dropping back to pass in difficult third down situations.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. He's got him this time. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Time winding down in the corner as they come to the line. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. To the air, it's Klubnik. With the catch, it's Randall.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Back to pass on second down. Fires on the move. And he drops.
Week after week in quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Unloads it downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Running free. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Here's a hit. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down.
Makes the grab, past the marker. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air, it's Nussmeier. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believed...
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Let's it go to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Touchdown LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but, man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Pulls it in. It's Randall. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Breaks into the open. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback, getting in a predictable third and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Bringing the heat. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Trying to run it in. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And the D denied him on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough. And now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Trying to pound it in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going.
Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Green. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
That's caught. It's Brown. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Buys a little extra time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The short hands, it's Green. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
At the 26, offense facing 4th down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Defense in press coverage. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson will send the punt team out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the 4th quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Running to Green. Picks up the first down, still moving. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Running to the left. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The clock has stopped and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback adapting. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They try to pop a run on the draw. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. LSU just hoping to run out the clock. quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the last thing they need is to squander this. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Pressure coming. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And here we go, final play of the game right here. The give to the left. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.